came from space, but AI discovered something far more terrifying. We were all wrong. The threat wasn't in the stars. It was right beneath our feet, a secret kept by the very planet we called home.
This was a normal city, a place you'd recognize. Kids played in the streets, families shared meals, life hummed along with a gentle, predictable rhythm. It was a picture of peace, a world bathed in the warm glow of ignorance, until the ground started to breathe. It began subtly, a faint tremor that was dismissed as a minor earthquake. But then the cracks appeared, splitting the asphalt and tearing through foundations. They weren't natural fissures. They were different, deliberate. And from them, something ancient and hungry emerged. Creatures crawled out of the earth, fast, violent, unstoppable. They weren't like anything from our nightmares. They were the nightmares. Dark silhouettes moving with a terrifying speed, driven by a singular, destructive purpose. Chaos erupted. Sirens wailed, mixing with screams as people fled from the impossible horrors erupting from the ground. Our world, our safe little bubble, had burst. The response was immediate. Police forces were the first line of defense, their bullets ricocheting uselessly off chitinous hides. They were brave, but bravery was no match for this onslaught.
Then came the army. Tanks rolled through the streets, their cannon the skies, raining down fire.
The explosions were deafening, shaking the city to its core. But it didn't matter. Human weapons meant nothing. It was like throwing stones at a tidal wave. We watched in horror as our best and brightest, our most advanced technology was swept aside. The creatures were relentless, a force of nature we couldn't comprehend, let alone defeat. And then, as suddenly as it began, it stopped. The creatures fell, their bodies littering the streets. A strange, eerie silence descended. News channels flashed headlines of victory. Humanity had faced the abyss and won. Parades were planned, memorials were built, and a collective sigh of relief echoed across the globe. People celebrated in the ruins of their cities, believing the nightmare was over. The world believed it was over. But AI didn't. While humanity celebrated its supposed triumph, the global artificial intelligence network, designed to protect us, kept working. It saw patterns no human could. It analyzed data no mind could process, and it came to a chilling conclusion. The AIS screens, usually a calm blue flooded with red alerts. Data streams became torrents of terrifying information, all pointing to a truth we were not ready for. The AI voice, cold and emotionless, delivered the devastating message. These were not the main creatures. They were scouts, probes, cannon fodder.
A massive structure, a geometric anomaly that defied geology, located deep inside the Earth's mantle.
It was something that shouldn't exist, a colossal, hidden world pulsing with energy. Following the AIS data, we sent probes into the newly formed abysses. The visuals they sent back were from a hellscape. Caverns the size of continents, connected by a network of tunnels that seemed almost biological. And in the darkness, things moved. Giant shadows, far larger than the creatures that had attacked the surface, drifted through the subterranean gloom. Red glowing eyes, clustered by the thousands, watched the probes pass. The AI concluded there was a mega entity, a master creature, a queen hive sending its monstrous soldiers to the surface. We weren't fighting an invasion. We were swatting at the fingers of a hidden god. The real monster was still waiting. Only one person listened. One scientist, who had helped design the AI, understood the gravity of the situation. While the world's leaders debated and postured, he knew there was no time. He suited up, not in a soldier's armor, but in an environmental suit designed for pressures and temperatures beyond human endurance. Guided by a blue AI hologram projected inside his helmet, he stepped into a specially designed elevator, a single capsule destined for the heart of the Earth. He was our last desperate hope. The descent took weeks. As he journeyed deeper, the AI fed him the shocking truth. This entity, this master creature, was fused with the planet's core. It wasn't living on the Earth. It was part of it. The AI's final devastating analysis came through just as the scientist's capsule breached the final layer of rock. A new warning flashed across his visor. Destroying this entity may collapse the planet. The core would destabilize, the magnetic field would fail, and the very ground we stood on would be torn apart. It was a checkmate. We could die by the monsters, or we could die by our own hand. Earth was never empty. We were only allowed to live on the surface, like parasites on the back of a sleeping giant. And the giant was waking up. The scientist now stands before a world beyond imagination, a vast, glowing cavern where the colossal entity breathes, its slow exhalations causing the very planet to shudder. He has a choice: trigger the device that will kill it and doom humanity, or retreat and allow the surface world to be consumed. But as he weighs this impossible decision, the AI delivers one final, cryptic message. The transmission cuts out, the screen goes black, and then a single line of red text glitches into existence. This was Phase 1, AI prediction. The next attack won't come from below.